This is Alternative Political Analysis, and this video will be on the subject of Soviet nostalgia, and it's based on an article in the Washington Post by a journalist named Adam Taylor, and the title of the article is "Why Do So Many People Miss the Soviet Union?" And this is in relation to the poll that 56% of Russians regret the collapse of the socialist state, and that was on the 26th of December 1991. And in 1992, 66% of Russians regretted the collapse, and the lowest it has ever been was in 2012, when 49% of Russians regretted the collapse, and it's the only time it's ever fallen below 50%. And 53% of Russians miss the Soviet Union for economic reasons. And it should be noted that the ruble became worthless under the Russian Federation, and Boris Yeltsin's free market ideology and privatization led to the 1998 financial collapse in Russia. And 43% of Russians miss the Soviet Union due to a lost sense of belonging to a great power. 31% of Russians believe the collapse increased distrust and bitterness. 30% of Russians lost the feeling of being at home, and this is in their own country, bear in mind. And 28% of Russians miss the Soviet Union because they have since lost contact with their friends and family. And 15% of Russians miss the Soviet Union due to travel restrictions in the post-Soviet Russian Federation. And 12% of Russians want the restoration of the Soviet Union. And this ties in well with a poll done by the World Bank, and which was cited in the article. Half of respondents from Soviet republics outside Russia think a return to the Soviet Union would be a positive development, and this has confirmed a lot of what I have said in previous videos. And to be honest, I think it would be better if Russia and those Asian and European republics were to rejoin a Soviet Union.